Hello, this is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing, bringing you a general reading for the week of Monday, March 5th through Sunday, March 11th. First off, a big thanks to all of my subscribers. You're all awesome. It's funny, I brag all the time that I have the best subscribers because you are all very positive, you're supportive of each other, you are loving, you are kind, and to me, to each other, and I do appreciate that. And I'm excited that we just hit a point of 11,000 subscribers this week. So when we hit 15,000, what I will do is I will randomly select 2 people to give free 15-minute reading for each of them. Now, when it comes to subscribers, YouTube's weird with their algorithms and information. You can only go back so far. And I want to be sure that everyone can get a chance. So when those are randomly selected, I'll be looking at the information on recent subscribers, and then I'll also be looking at comments and be going back, probably clear back to November, October, to randomly select those 2 people. But more information when we get closer, when we hit that 15,000 point, I will give more information and then I'll announce who those people are. So let's see here. As far as personal readings, I'm still not doing personal readings or healing sessions at this time. Still very crazy busy with my own transition, things that I'm going through. Hopefully that should start to lift up on me in 2 weeks. So stay tuned. I will let you know. And I know that there's some current clients out there that are waiting to get scheduled, but when things do lift up on me a little bit and I'm not working 24/7 on the stuff for my retirement, I'll be able to reach out and get you guys scheduled at that time. But apparently it is going to lift up because last night when I was praying and meditating, I was told that I need to offer a healing session. So in the month of March, probably at the very end of the month, I'm going to hold an event, a little healing session thing where I'll be doing some quantum touch healing and some sound healing. And if you are local in the Central Ohio area, and when I have more details on that, because I had to chuckle when Jesus and Archangel Michael started giving me details about this, because I'm like, how exactly do you expect me to fit that in? And they told me that don't worry, things will ease up. I'm also traveling this month for my retirement, but they guaranteed that there's going to be an opportunity at some point later in this month. Because there's a number of you, what they're saying is this healing session is going to help free a number of you, because a number of you are stuck in, they were saying, and you're in some entanglements and snares, and these things are keeping you trapped, keeping you stuck. You're like ready to move forward, but you can't. So it's an energetic thing. So some of this energetic stuff needs to be broken up and removed in order for you to move forward. So I guess that's something that I'm going to be able to help free you from, to break up that energy and get you set free so you can proceed forward. So stay tuned. There will be more information on that when I get more information on it. So let's see here. For those of you that are interested in the cards, we're going to be pulling from Doreen Virtue's Fairy Tarot deck, her Saints and Angels, her Angel Therapy deck. Also going to be pulling from Mario Dugai's Oracle of the Angels and the Angels of Atlantis. And I do have my Findisicle Kippers here. So we will pull clarifiers from those. Okay, as we work our way around. The flowers, if you're noticing those, if you've been a subscriber for a while, you know that I love flowers. Those are purple irises. And purple irises, they're lovely. They signify royalty and wisdom and faith and bravery, as well as spiritual wisdom. They actually inspired the fleur-de-lis, and that was something that was worn by kings when they would go into battle. They also represent the Holy Trinity. So many of you are doing battle at this time. And you're being divinely guided and inspired. They're trying to help you step into your power. They're trying to help you charge into this battle to complete this. They're saying to complete the war. You've been, you know, a war is something that takes a lot of time. You might lose a couple battles, you might win a number of battles, but it's not completely over until the war's finished. So for many of you, this challenge, this situation that you've been going through, you've had your ups and downs and your ups and downs, and you're worn out, but they're trying to get you to finish this final stretch. There's this final battle, and it's going to culminate. You will have the completion of the war. You will have the completion of this difficult situation that you have been going through. And the purple irises remind you of that. You have a lot of wisdom. You have a lot of backing. You have a lot of spiritual assistance with you, behind you. You are royalty. You can culminate this. You can complete this, and it will be in your favor. And they're helping you with that. So, let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, let's see how far these are off. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Oh, Miss Allie just woke up from her nap. Hi, Miss Allie. Okay. So we have a 5-card spread this week. We have, excellent. Okay, so we have the situation, what has led to the situation and or instigated it or kind of, you know, made it a bit more intense, worsened the situation. What is helping you this week, what you are unaware of, and then across the top we have what the angels are recommending for you this week. Now, as far as, okay, the situation. We have the 5 of Autumn. And the camera's so high I cannot see. Let's see how high I have to hold this for you guys. Okay. So 5 of Autumn. Across the bottom it says, reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues. Interestingly, many of you are going through a challenging time right now. If you see, you've got this little guy. He's like feeling like he's stuck out in the cold. He's stuck out in the rain. It's raining on him. This is about needing help, but asking for that help. So many of you are at a point that you do need help. You're feeling all alone. You're feeling like you're not having assistance. But see, she is helping him. She's giving him bread. She's assisting him. So you have a lot of help surrounding you. Many of you, it's just a matter of accepting that help, because if you see, he has his head down and he's clutching the top of this cane, this staff. He doesn't have his hands out to receive the assistance. So although you have a lot of divine assistance, spiritual assistance, many of you also have a lot of physical assistance. You have family, you have friends, you have leadership, you have legal, you have all this assistance to help you, but you need to open up to receive it, because many of you are closed off to it at this time. Because things have taken so long. If you can look, see how he's got holes in his pants? He's just torn and tattered. So for many of you, this has been going on for a very long time. You are fearing that it's not going to work out in your favor. You have a lot of negative thoughts and fear and worry. But what happens when we get stuck in that mindset, we have these, you know, self-fulfilling prophecies, because what we think is what we create. You are creators. You do have the power to completely turn the situation around and to bring it to a close. And that begins by asking for help. So like the angels, they cannot step in and they will not step in unless you ask for their help. Because we have free will and they will not infringe on our free will. The only times that they will do that is if it's a life or death situation. So if we have a car accident that's going to be a fatal car accident and it is not our time to go back home and cross over, they will step in and make sure that we survive and make it through that. If we're going through a challenging time, we're going through hell and we need help and we're stuck and we have one block after another, they will sit and facepalm all day long like, why won't she ask for help? Why is he refusing to ask for help? Why are they going at this alone? Don't they realize all they need to do is ask, and the cavalry, we will swoop down in and help them. But they cannot swoop in and help until you ask. You just need to ask for help. And for some of you, it's also shifting your perspective, because since it has been going on for so long, you do have a lot of fear, a lot of worry, a lot of doubt. That is causing blocks, that is slowing things down. But it's because this has been going on for so long. This is a situation that is well past due of culmination, of completion. There's always a time, a season for something. This season, for this to end, has long since passed. And they're trying to help bring you to a close. Now, for some of you, you are having some health issues because of it. Because this card can be indicative of health problems. And I'm seeing that with some of the cards that are across the top. So they're saying that because the situation has gone on for so long, when we are in a stressful situation, our body goes into this fight or flight thing. It's not just a response that we have if we have a car accident. A lot of people seem to think that, you know, if you're in a dangerous situation and you have a tiger chasing you, you go into fight or flight. No, we go into that all the time. When we are in a stressful situation, which many of you have been in a stressful situation, trying to bring this to a culmination for a very long time. When we are faced with stress, it affects different areas of the brain. Your amygdala, your hippocampus, not going to bore you with all this stuff, but it affects all these different areas of your brain. It releases these hormones, these chemicals, these things into your body. So adrenaline and let's see. A lot of you are having issues because of the cortisol, they're saying. Norepinephrine, but the main thing is the cortisol that's being released. But you have these things that are released into your body. So if you are constantly under stress, you are in a state of chronically having this stuff released into your system. And when you've had it released repeatedly for months on end, what happens is it starts to suppress your immune system. You'll start to get sick easier. You'll start to have some skin problems. You could have increased blood pressure. You could have blood sugar problems. You could hold on to weight. You could have difficulties losing weight. In addition to not sleeping well, for some it can lead to depression, and the list goes on and on and on. So a number of you are starting, because this has gone on for so long and you have been in this fight or flight state of constant stress and things being released into your system. It is now, not only are you mentally over the battle, but it's physically wearing you down. But ask for their help. They're trying to help you with that. And they've got some recommendations as well. Now, what has led to this situation? We have the Prince of Winter. And at the top it says intellectual, determined, focused, impulsive. And at the bottom it says seek out an intellectual solution to your problem. The need to act quickly and decisively. Sudden or unexpected changes. And the Prince of Winter, he's very swift. He will quickly jump in, he will assess the situation, and he will take control immediately. So when he is in charge, you just might as well stand back and let him do his thing, because he's focused. He's got laser-like focus. He's determined. And he will get the job done. He fights for justice. He believes in his mission. He does not give up on it. So for many of you, what happened is something shifted unexpectedly and rapidly in your situation. For many of you, this situation is about, because autumn would be coins, so for many of you, this is something related to your finances, your money, your career. It's something, your stability, your home, could be your family, Could be a relationship, but for many of you, this is something tied to money, your security, your stability. But it shifted. And something came up unexpectedly, and it has caused you a lot of concern and worry, and many of you are in a state of despair. So again, what these two cards down here are saying is, this is what has led to this state of despair and no hope and not asking for assistance and thinking you're all alone and thinking that things are just dying and ending, and there's no way that this is going to work out in your favor, and you're not believing in miracles. And for many of you, the reason that has happened is because you have not been the Prince of Winter. This situation did call and has needed you to jump in, take action, assess the situation, ride that bear into the storm. But you were fearful of taking it on. You were fearful of jumping in. For many of you, this is a legal battle. It's a situation where you needed to stand up for yourself. You needed to stand up for the things that you are due. Justice, knowing that you deserve, say you're going through a divorce, standing up for, hey, you know, I deserve half of this. I have worked for this as well. This is my right. This is what I'm deserving of. But because you've been battling for so long, you're just kind of giving up and losing hope. And when you received some information recently in the past few months, it required you to jump in and keep standing up for yourself. Keep fighting for yourself. Keep fighting for justice. Keep fighting for what you deserve. Taking charge fearlessly. But you have not done that. Many of you, because of fear and worry. Also, for many of you, when that happened, you've had a lot of things going on at once. You've had a lot on your plate. You have the 8 of Spring. And at the bottom it says, stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events, or changes. So many of you, you've had a lot on your plate. You've been overwhelmed. You haven't been able to juggle everything successfully. You have been, for many of you, you've just been overwhelmed by everything that needs to be done, so you haven't done anything. It's immobilized you. And for some of you, because you're fearful of the outcome, you don't have the confidence in knowing that, okay, God's going to bring me a miracle in this one. I know this is going to work out for me. Because I'm fighting for what's fair and what's just. And in all the good stories, all the great stories out there, the good guy always wins. You've forgotten you're the good guy. You have forgotten that we should expect miracles every day. Because God brings miracles every day. But because you are fearful that you're not going to get the miracle, because you are fearful things are not going to work out, because you are overwhelmed, you are overstressed, because you have not taken charge, you are in this state of despair. Where you feel like you're the pauper, your clothes are ripped up, they're torn off, you don't think anything's going to turn around, you're not asking for help, you're not accepting for help, you are just standing in the downpour and letting the storm rain down on you. But the storm does not need to rain down on you. You're very close to the end. But to bring it to the end, it's up to you. You have to bring it to the end. For many of you, what's going to help you this week, you have a major arcana, 18, it's the moon. At the bottom it says, powerful intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. So if you look in this card, you can see she is playing one instrument, but the water's reflecting a different instrument. For some of you, this situation, you have thought that things were one way, but they're really a different way. And for some of you, that's not a bad thing. So for some of you, you've thought, okay, this person's not helping me. This person's trying to set me up for failure. Well, truth be told, you may find out this week that that person's actually an advocate of yours. They've been trying to help you. Now, there are some of you, you're going to find out the opposite, but you've already known that. You've already known that that person's a frenemy. That person's trying to set you up for failure. But you're going to be getting some information. You're going to be getting some truth. You're going to be getting some epiphanies, some ahas, some revelations. Some of you are going to be receiving some guidance on what your next steps are. Do it. The guidance that they're giving you, do it. So for many of you, it's guidance that you've been receiving repeatedly over and over and over and over and over and over. But you haven't taken action on it, which is why you're stuck. Take the action. They're going to hit you with signs and synchronicities. This is about intuitive information as well. So pay attention to the signs you're getting. Pay attention to the psychic signs. They're giving some of you physical signs. You're overhearing people's conversations. You keep having a thought pop into your head. Pay attention to those things and take action on those things. And also know that some things that have been hidden, some things that you weren't aware of, you thought things were one way, they weren't, you're going to be receiving the truth about that. This is also about releasing the worry and the despair so that you can move forward. Because the worry and despair, it's slowing things down. Because for many of you, it's dark and cloudy and things aren't clear. Dark, cloudy, rainy. Because you haven't had, you've got the clouds up there, because you haven't had total clarity, you've been fearful of moving forward. But this is a situation, for many of you, this is a situation that it does require faith. Your faith is actually being tested. You will pass the test when you can just blindly trust, have faith, take action. Even when it doesn't make sense, take the necessary actions. Now, as far as what you are unaware of, you have another major arcana, and this is the ego. And at the bottom it says the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. You see they're having a happy little bonfire, and he's burning his guilt, setting that up in flames. So this card's about, in order for us to find the happiness that we're seeking, we must be clear on our priorities, our motivations, our beliefs, our patterns, our thought patterns, our behavior. We need to take the time to reflect on that. To say, okay, well, where am I coming from? What are my true intentions? So say for some of you, say it's a relationship you're being guided to release, and it's actually a destined. So for most of you that have this situation, be it love, be it work, money, it is something that is destined. It is going to happen, period. Now, how well and easy it can be for you to navigate through it depends on, can you have faith? Can you take the action steps when they're guiding you to do that? Can you just let it go? Many of you have not let it go, many because of fear, but many because it's something that you're accustomed to. So say it's a relationship. You are terrified of, okay, what happens when I don't have this person anymore? So for some of you, like they were your safety blanket. And subconsciously, that's why you haven't let that person go. Because you're like, oh my gosh, when I let them go, I really, truly am free to move forward in my life. And I don't know if I'm ready to do that. Because deep down, that kind of scares me. Or you could be looking straight at the ego. So for some of you, maybe you've held on to somebody because of how they look. Like, ooh, they look good. We take such great pictures together. We are a fine couple. But you're miserable. Because the two of you are not at the same level. Morally, ethically, belief systems. But you've held on to them because of the look, or because of how they benefit you financially, or some of you because of guilt. But it would be wise of you to look at your motivators. Why are you holding on to this? Because everyone in this situation, whatever it is that you are letting go of, you are the one in control. You just don't realize it. You are in control. And you don't realize that. So this is a time for you to look at why aren't you taking action? Why aren't you doing that? Because this card is about releasing what doesn't serve you anymore. Burn that crap up. Burn it up. When we burn things, like when I talk about forgiveness letters and stuff, the reason we burn those things is it transmutes things. It's the transmutation. So if you're a person and you're filled with guilt or fear or worry or anger or shame or blame, when you burn that, you transmute it. So you release that stuff. So then suddenly you're not so hard on yourself. You're not blocking yourself because of fear and worry and doubt. You're just in a place of trust and optimism and positive thinking, and that's where you need to be for this to shift and move forward. This card's also about being in a situation that we have self-imposed. Like we think that we are trapped and we're not. And again, this is what you're unaware of. So many of you, you're not aware. You think you're trapped. You think you're stuck, but you're not. You are not trapped. You are not stuck. And the only reason things have not moved forward, the reason you have not been released, is because there's action steps and things you need to do. You haven't taken the action steps. They've provided the information. They've provided the plan. They've provided signs. They provided synchronicities. You know that this isn't good for you, but there is some action that you need to take. For many of you, it's also action of allowing help, asking for help. Because for some of you, this is something that's big that you can't do on your own. You are going to need some assistance. Now, before we get to the recommendations, I'm just going to pull clarifiers on the situation because it's pretty clear. Okay, so we have the privileged lady. And this is someone, she's youthful, she's charming, she's beautiful, she is wealthy or she comes from wealth. She is well established, she is confident. This is also, as far as an energy, this is about having fun, enjoying life, being creative. It's talking about, you know, our life being very lucky, a very lucky time in life, being carefree. Enjoying things, enjoying all that life has to offer us. And then we have the official person. Now, as a person, this could be someone that's really gruff. They're abrasive. They like to give orders. It's their way or the highway. It could be someone that's a judge. It could be a police officer. It could be someone in an official capacity, an official position. It could be a person that is controlling and having the power over you. It's a legal thing. This is the person, the judge is going to be making the decision. If it's a relationship, this could be a domineering, controlling person that's in the relationship. As an energy, though, this is talking about, you know, a situation that's going to happen no matter what. Whether you like it or not, it is something that is destined, that is fated. It won't be stopped. It also is talking about a situation where you need to assert your power and your authority. Step into your power. Take control of the situation. Be the Prince of Winter. Be determined. Be focused. See him? Look at all the medals, all the awards that he's been recognized for his bravery, for his courage, for his ability to persevere. He doesn't want to do battle, but he has his hand on his sword. He's ready to go to battle. If you push him to do that, he will do that. That's where many of you are at. You have been pushed into this situation. In order to end this situation, you have to step into your power. You have the pathway. And this talks about, you know, a very difficult situation. You got all these bumps in the road, bumps in the pathway. You've got all these butterflies. You're going through a transformation of your life. This situation, when it closes, your life will be completely different. I know we've been talking about this for a number of weeks, but it's because it's huge. This isn't some small little thing. This isn't, hey, what should I order for dinner? This is your entire life transforming for the better so that you can get to a state where life is beautiful and carefree and something that you enjoy again. It's filled with luck and bliss. But you've been going through hell and misery trying to get there. You've been getting yourself bumped around. You've stumbled and bumped your head on some rocks, but you're almost there. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. To get to the light at the end of the tunnel, it does require you to step into your power. So for many of you, you are the privileged lady. And you're dealing with a legal situation. You're dealing with someone that's keeping you stuck. But once you get past, see how she's kind of like glaring, mean mugging him a little bit, like, oh, you're keeping me stuck from coming out of this mess. But they're saying that's you. It's not, this isn't a person, that's an energy. You are keeping yourself stuck because you have not stepped into your power. Because you have not been focused. Because you have not been taking action. Because you have not been doing the things that they're guiding you to do. You are guaranteed success. You're guaranteed success. You just have to take the action steps. Now, for some of you, I mean, you could be a man or a woman. But for others of you, this is a life. This is, you want to enjoy life again. You want to feel carefree. You want to feel like, oh my gosh, I am just living the life that I've always dreamed I would have. I am having the time of my life. I'm on cloud 9. You want that. You will get that as soon as you step into your power. As soon as you take control. Because this ending, this change, this shift, this releasing of this person, this situation, this job, this partnership, it is going to end. It's destined to end because you won't get to the state of bliss and happiness and joy until it's over. And you know that because since it's destined and fated, they're saying that you know that it's headed in that direction. So help them help you by stepping into your power. So bam, you can walk out into the light. You can finally be done with this. You're ready to be done with it. It's time to be done. Now for some of you, the help that you're going to be getting once you do step into your power, because they keep talking over and over about help. You have so much help, but you have blocked off help. Because it's been going on for so long. Your fearful people aren't going to help you. You're not trusting anyone. You're not trusting your intuitive guidance. So you're just sitting on an island, having buckets of rain dropped on your head, immobilized, not moving forward. But for some of you, the person that's going to help you is an older man. It can be an employer. It can be an executive. Some of you, it could be like a father or grandfather, but it's someone that's older that's going to assist you. For some of you, it could be a judge. It could be an attorney. It could be someone in your executive chain. But you're going to receive the help that you need. It's going to come in unexpectedly, but it's going to come in as soon as you ask for help. Things will, this is the luckiest card in this deck, things will work out in your favor. And for most of you, it is a legal situation. It will be completed. It will be fair. It will be in your favor. You don't have anything to worry about. Seeing a lot of you, you're really stuck in fear. Okay. Now, what the angels are recommending that you do this week, you have the 7 of Summer. And this card at the bottom, it says, no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. So for many of you, you have to make a choice this week. You have got to make a decision and take action. No more daydreaming. No more thinking about it. Oh, life will be so great. It'll be so beautiful. I'm going to sit here and continue to be dumped on and stuck in misery while I think about how great it will be. The time of thinking and overanalyzing it's over. Make a decision and take the action steps that you're being guided to do. They're saying do it already. Because this card here, this card that was on the bottom of the deck, the overall energy, is Prince of Autumn. And the Prince of Autumn, he's someone that has a plan. He's got an A plan and a B plan and a C plan. He will get to where he's going. He will get to his goal. Those of you in this situation, you have a lot of plans. You have, for some of you, because you have spent so much time over analyzing things, you have created a sense of being overwhelmed. Because, well, maybe I could do this, or maybe I could go at it this way, or maybe I could go at it this way. Listen to the intuitive guidance that you're getting this week, the action steps that they're guiding you to do, and then just take action. Just do it. Because they're saying, many of you, the plan that you should be doing, you already know what it is. It's just a matter of you have to do it now. You have to have the courage to do it. Now, as far as help, it's interesting because you have 2 cards of help. You have Raphael, and this is communion. If you see all these people that are down here, so for many of you, you do have friends and family, not just divine assistance, but you have a lot of people who want to help you, who will assist you. But in order for them to assist you, you need to ask for their help. Some of you, they're also saying you need to change your mindset. You need to know that there is a lot of help out there for you. Because since some of you are stuck in this place of thinking, okay, well, no one's going to help me, everyone's going to do me wrong, and I'm not getting any assistance, and I'm on my own, and this is going to work out horribly, that's what you're creating. If you can shift your perspective to, okay, I know that there are a lot of people that are out there that are going to help me. They are going to jump in and help me. They're going to be on my team. They're going to assist me. They're going to help me bring this to a close. Because again, you're fighting for something that is for justice. You believe in your mission. You know that what you're doing is right. It is ethically, morally, it is the right thing to do. And when you are coming from that place, you have so much help and support. So know that. Know that. You've got green, it's changing your thoughts, healing your thoughts, changing your thoughts, shifting them from negative, woe is me, to positive, optimistic thinking. Trusting, knowing that you have an entire community supporting you, wanting to help you. Know that they're going to help you. Ask for their help. Allow them to help. You also have a lot of divine help. You see, she's standing there. She has an angel behind her, massaging her shoulders, preparing her to go in and deal with this, close it, finish it, or wrap it up. It's been challenging. It's been difficult. You're worn out. You've got tense muscles. You're stressed. Some of you are having health problems now. But you're getting a lot of signs. You're getting a lot of synchronicities. You're also having some things that are just, it's just really lucky, and you're like, did that really just happen? Did I really just get somebody that called me and said, hey, I was just thinking about you, wanted to see how things were going, see if there's anything I can help you with. It's like a stroke of luck. That's your divine team saying, hey, we're here. We're here. You have a whole team down there. We're here to help. Let us help. Let us help. You are surrounded by an entire team of angels and guides that are trying to assist you with this. Ask for their help. Let them help you. So the practice card, if you look, it says practice makes perfect. So some of you, this, because, you know, autumn against coins. So for nearly all of you, this is something that's tied to finances, be it finance, business partner, lover, career change. A number of you are wanting to step into a different career. You're wanting to do something more spiritually founded, more spiritually based. But you're not doing that because you're just overwhelmed, because there's a lot. You've got a lot going on and a lot to do and a lot of decisions and things that you just got to take care of. You can't focus on the spiritual practice, spiritual work. And even for some of you, it's not that you're going to be doing the services for others, it's just services for yourself. Like, oh my gosh, I want to start meditating more. I want to do, you know, yoga more. I want to get more into these spiritual practices. But you're so overwhelmed and stressed out by everything, you're not doing it. What they're encouraging those of you that you're wanting to start doing more spiritual stuff, they're encouraging you to start taking time every day this week to practice, to do, you're not working toward perfection. Just start every day doing a practice, a process of meditation. or yeah, they're saying for most of you, meditation, yoga. What that's going to do is that's going to help with your stress. It's going to help decrease your stress. It's going to help you, give you clarity. It's going to open you up to be able to get those intuitive insights, signs, messages, so that you can take the action. Because for some of you, you're just so spun up. You need to calm yourself. You need to ground yourself. You need to relax yourself. You'll be able to do that by practicing meditation, practicing some yoga, practicing some deep breathing. There's breathing techniques that you can also do. Also, for some of you, get outside and take a walk in nature. That'll ground you and clear you as well. But do that. Now, for others of you that it's spiritual work that you're doing, just do it. Because when you focus on God, when you focus on your mission, when you focus on what you're here to do, and you take your focus off of material stress, worries, you'll find that that'll just kind of open up things. So there's a small number of you that just focus on God, and everything else will take care of itself. Focus on what you're here to do. And that is a small number, because for those of you, there is a lot that's required for you to bring this thing to an end. That's why for most of you, it's practicing yoga, meditation, those things that are going to calm you and get you the clarity that you need. And help with your health. The last thing that you have is sacral chakra. And at the bottom it says, you are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. So for some of you that this is affecting your health, what you'll find is by shifting your diet, that will help. So cutting back on carbs, sugars, alcohols, toxins, and things will assist you. They're saying for others of you, this person, situation that you're releasing, it is toxic. It is just on its own, it has been affecting your health. Dealing with this person who is a toxic, some of you have been in a toxic relationship with someone for a very long time that they're trying to free you of. Let it go. See, she's like dumping these flowers out. Just dump it out, let it go. But the situation, the person is toxic for you. Allow it to go. Let it go. Let it go. And know that that's the right choice. Because see how she's skipping along in this valley, and there's a bunch of clouds overhead. Again, for many of you, your faith is being tested. You're not going to have 100% guarantee physically in front of you that, okay, as soon as you do this and you let this person go, let this situation go, here's how it's going to turn out. You don't know. You can sense light at the end of the tunnel. You can sense it's going to work out in your favor. You're intuitively getting that. You're getting signs, but there's no 100% foolproof, here's how it's going to work out. But that's because your faith is being tested. And you will receive tremendous rewards for moving forward with blind faith. So based off blind faith, allow yourself to release that. And for some of you, they're saying you want to release it. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so over this. When is this going to be done? There's something you have to do. You have to do something to have it be done. And they're saying it's different for all of you. Now, the other piece they're saying for others of you, okay, so we're going through some energetic stuff right now. And so we're going through this shift of, okay, so I'm not going to get too spiritual. We'll go out there at some point. If you guys are interested, do an educational video. But we're doing this ascension. We're ascending to the new earth. We're going through the shift. This shift is actually starting this month. That's why many of you in the month of February, you were having a bunch of flu-like symptoms, feeling sick, feeling tired, feeling nauseous, and out of nowhere. And like totally drained and tired, like what in the world is going on? Well, that is because the ascension process, this shift that we're going through, that is talked about in the Bible and all these different things, it's beginning this month. This is the month that it all begins, March. Leading up to it, it's a lot of energy. A lot of energetic waves. That's why for some of you, there's been issues where some of you, like your electricity just goes out and you don't know why. You're like, why did our electricity go out again for like 10 minutes? Why did our electricity go out for 2 hours? It's a beautiful, clear, sunny, gorgeous day. That's because the world, the earth right now is going through an energetic upgrade. We are ascending. With that ascension from 3D to 5D, Anyhow, it affects all of our electronics because think of it like energetic surges, waves of energy. So it affects us physically. It also affects our electrical grids, our electrical systems, our electrical equipment, which is why some of you've had some weird electricity being out. And it doesn't make any sense because we are ascending. The entire earth is ascending. That's what we're going through right now. And it's really starting at this point. But for a number of you, that's causing physical things. You've been experiencing the past month. You're going to continue. It is going to, for some of you, that's part of why they want me to have this healing event session for helping release some of that stuff this month in March. But you're going to continue to release. One of the things that you can do to help with that is change your diet. So we are becoming beings of more light. And for more light to pass through us, it makes it easier on our bodies when we have things that are of more light. So instead of 4 beers during the week, shift and have adequate vegetables every day. You know, shift. Instead of having heavy carb, sugar-laden food, have fruits, have vegetables, have stuff that's filled with light. It's going to help your digestive tract, especially those of you that are having this fight or flight, which does affect your digestive system once you've had it chronically for so long. But shift your diet, shift the things that you're eating. You will find that will alleviate the symptoms for you. For some of you, you will find that by cutting back on alcoholic beverages or substances, that will help you as well. You know, this card can talk about, addictions. And I get that most of you that you don't have addiction things, but you will find that for this time being, if you cut back, I'm not saying you have to give up alcohol, and I mean, who doesn't like a glass of wine? You don't have to give that up for good. Not saying that. Not saying you have to become a vegetarian, but saying for this time frame, try it out for 2 weeks. And you'll find that, oh, I'm not as sick, I'm not as tired. I'm riding these energy waves, and it's not making me miserable. Because just by making some simple shifts in your diet, it will help with that. And also doing some Epsom salt soaks and such will get the toxins out of your system. So try that so that you can help yourself ride this energy wave that we are going through at this time, and keep yourselves as healthy as possible. So hopefully that helps all of you. I do wish you an amazing week filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.